Hi everybody, this is Godsgirlg G. Thank you so much for joining me today. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. And for those of you returning to this channel to watch this video and you are not already subscribed, I'm going to encourage you to do so by clicking the subscribe icon below. And if during the course of this video you hear something that you like, click the thumbs up, comment below, or better yet, share this video with someone who you feel could benefit from its information. With that stated, let's get into today's discussion. This video is my third and final part of my Angel series. So if you haven't checked out parts 1 and 2, I encourage you to do so because it provides some foundational information that leads up to this final part or hierarchy that we are going to discuss today, which is the first and the highest hierarchy in the choir of angels. And as with each part of this angel series that I am doing, I do have to start with this disclaimer because this may be the first video that you are watching in my angel series because you're just interested in the first hierarchy of angels. So here's the disclaimer. It is not healthy for believers to trust in angels for protection, nor is it wise for believers to become obsessed with angels. If you are relying and trusting in angels or praying to a guardian angel, that can become an idol in your life. And the Lord has made it clear we should not worship idols. So with that disclaimer out the way, let's start talking about this first hierarchy of angels. Angels in this first hierarchy concern themselves with contemplating the glory of God. And they reside over the cosmos. They are made up of angels of thrones, cherubims, and seraphims. Now we will start with the third highest ranking angel in this hierarchy and move up from there. Coming in at number 3 in the choir of angels are thrones. This third ranked choir of angels residing over the cosmos, they chant glories to God and remain in His presence always. Thrones angels dispense God's divine justice and maintain harmony in all the universal laws of the cosmos. The designation of thrones derived from a Greek word that means elders. They collectively facilitate the prayers of man and listen to the words of God. Thrones angels can be thought of as beings being raised up to form the seat of God's authority and mercy. And since a throne is also a judgment seat, these angels are again especially concerned with defying justice and ordinances. Often called the many-eyed ones, they are portrayed as colossal wheels comprising many eyes and sparkle with the color of burnished brass. So maybe an equivalent of that here in man's world or on the earth would be a depiction of a Ferris wheel, but alive and ready to do God's work. Ezekiel chapter 1 verses 13 and 19 says this about thrones. They have the hands of a man under their wings and are joined together. The sound of their wings is like the roar of great water. Above their heads shows the likeness of the heavens, which is shown in a kaleidoscope of colors from a crystal. Coming in number 2 in the choir of angels and within the first hierarchy are cherubims. They are also known as streams of wisdom. The cherubim angels protect God's glory, and they also keep record of what happens in the universe. The Bible describes them as nobly angelic, but mighty beings that encircle God's throne. They have a deep intellectual knowledge of divine secrets and the ultimate causes of things. Their name means all-knowing ones, or as I said at the very start of this description, streams of wisdom. As such, they constantly contemplate the wisdom and the love of God. in his relationship with mankind. They reflect his omniscience. Now, although the cherubims are often portrayed and depicted in modern art as these cute little babies, sporting wings and big smiles, earlier depictions of these angels shows them as being imposing angels with 4 faces and 4 wings that are completely covered with eyes. Check out Ezekiel chapter 10, verses 9 through 10 on this one. The Bible describes cherubims on a divine mission to guard the tree of life from humans who had fallen into sin. And next, the first and the highest choir of angels are the Seraphims, also known as the burning ones. The seraphim angels are in charge of guarding God's throne in heaven, and they surround it there, constantly praising God. The name seraphim qualifies their constant movement around divine things, including their firmness, warmth, and keenness. They are the highest angelic class, serving as attendants of God's throne and shouting praise incessantly. Holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. The seraphims are lit from within with brilliant light that manifests their passionate love for God. Now, the book of Isaiah describes seraphims as 6-winged celestial beings with a fiery passion for doing God's immeasurable work. And since they are the highest ranking angel, they are the ones closest to God. So they reflect most immediately the highest attribute of God manifest in creation, his love. They are on fire with the very love of God. Their very name means incandescent ones or burning ones. Now, I'll have to take a pause for the cause here, because when you study angels, you can't help to run into the great fall of angels from heaven. One of the most famous members that fell from grace, Lucifer, was allegedly in this seraphim choir of angels. After all, Lucifer's name did mean light bearer, morning star. As many of you may know, Lucifer was closest to God, known for his bright light, but fell from heaven and became a demon when he decided to take God's power for himself. Now, depending on who you talk to, there may be some theologians who think that Lucifer's membership in the highest ranking choir of angels was impossible because he fell from heaven and fell from God's grace. And I don't necessarily disagree, but there's just something to consider here. Now, we know that angels were tested before they came into God's presence. And as such, when you're an angel, you no longer have free will to sin. Now, the operative word is free will to sin, but they remain having free will. So Satan very much could have been a seraphim falling from grace from that choir of angels. As I conclude my angel series, I have to wonder, with all that glory in heaven, why would God make man? And why would there be angels rebelling, such as Lucifer and his demons? Angels are among God's highest form of creation because they possess both sublime knowledge and great power. However, they are not made in the image and likeness of God as human beings are. And so even though we as humans are weak and often slow-witted compared to the pure spiritual power of angels, Jesus came to save us and not them. He took on human form, not angelic nature, in order to save us by going and dying on the cross. Maybe out of jealousy of Jesus Christ and his saving action on the cross for us humans. Maybe that was the reason for some of the disobedience of the angelic beings. And the battle for souls continues to this day. Now, all of this is rather mysterious, I know, but God is love, and from his love, comes a creation that is ordered and very beautiful. The angels are another manifestation of His great love. Thank you so much for joining me today. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Bye.